What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. And somebody in the chat just threw me off. Says, please state the obvious in your live tonight that it is quite possible that Christian with Tyler to get his show greenlit. That I don't know. I be hearing things, a few 1 degree of separations to him. I do not think that man is gay. I do not know what he did or did not do to get his show greenlit. Like the video as the intro player. I said be messy, not that messy.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Bruh, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectual.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, me too.
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
My favorite song. Yours, mine, ours. I can smoke crack for hours, even in the shower. Watch me devour, build me a tower. I can smoke crack for hours and hours and hours.
I don't want you, man. You're a master calling me, trying to get me to see that he wants me to be with him, but he ain't the one for me. No, I don't want.
Jimmy, I hope you know I'm just playing with you. We can be messy around here. Gotta do one thing real quick. Cece has been with my channel forever. Cece has been, I think, a member since I started my memberships. I see you. We're at other people's chat. We watch the same things. You were made a mod tonight. I just want you to know I appreciate you. And please don't be kicking people out. Everybody can say what they want. Again, Jimmy, I was just playing with you. Okay, so let's start with some regular mess. Let's start here. This will be a quick one. I don't see nothing wrong with her outfit. Now, I'm Catholic. The priests don't have wives. This is nude illusion. This is not her skin. Mind you, somebody that I know that knows her very well says that this lady is a beautiful person inside and out. Yes, she has a BBL. But lots of people do. People think I have a BBL. Somebody went to my Instagram today and saw a picture I posted and asked me if I realistically had a BBL, which I don't. There's nothing wrong with this lady and what she's wearing. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think she's beautiful. The butt pad thing, you haven't watched my old intro? I literally was in the middle of a live with some people, and they were like being serious, and it was a serious topic, and I got up showing that, like, you know, shits and giggles. No. She is a pastor's wife. She's held to higher standards. I get it, but it's not, I mean, look. At least she's getting attention. Other people throw it out, flip it, do whatever, lie, cheat, steal, go on reality shows, and nobody cares that she wears nude illusions. I don't see it. Giselle has it all out all the time. And no, I'm just saying, nobody was paying attention when Giselle did it. Bougie says, I think it's inappropriate for her and her particular calling. I think it represents what she does in a poor way, but I have no religion. I mean, I thought she looked nice. I thought she pulled it off better than Giselle. I think, with her size and everything, her BBL isn't crazy. She's not walking around here looking like an ant or like Nikki. They say she's a beautiful spirit inside and out. But this is what Jamal had to say. Where is it? Jamal, here we go.
I needed to get this straight. I needed to deal with it head on. Because the other day, the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on. Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people.
Now, Jamal ain't an atypical pastor. Jamal is up there in a plaid suit with pearls. So, he's dating reality stars. Giselle is wearing the same thing. He's trying to use the church's money to sell weed. He was avoiding taxes. He's not atypical. Do I think that his response made sense? No. I would have rather he said, my wife is a beautiful lady inside and out. She chose to wear nude illusion to a night event, and I liked it, and she loved it, and that's just what it is. Instead, talking about, how much money you raise, that's a moot point, because the people who are up in arms are still going to be up in arms. That don't change anything. What I will say is this man, let me pull it up. Damn it, where is it? I had it up. Here we go.
And I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore.
He called her a $2 whore.
At least two.
Whoa. That is bold to do.
Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere And I come back with that kind of a notion. Now, I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is a comment about my wife. Two. At least two.
That's
Now, my wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I say.
Now, if this was a different kind of situation, Pastor Wooten's wife passed away from cancer around 2018. If Jamal was a different kind of nigga, he could have went low in the gutter with Wooten. I know a lot of people who would have went lower, talked everything that they wanted about this man's deceased wife after you then called this other man's wife a whore. Hey, Mims in chat, I'm ready for the mess. Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. I appreciate you. After I learned about what they be doing on the, what is it called? The YouTube, it's like the YouTube beef sector. They'll talk about your dead mama. They'll tell her to, you know, jump on your good foot after you get shot. They'll talk about your children with disabilities. They'll talk about your children that passed away. This man is lucky Jamal isn't coming at him a lot harder for calling his wife or saying she looked like a whore, a $2
whore. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you.
So what you are saying is your wife is allowed to buy garments like that. Your wife is allowed to look like a whore to turn you on. You could go a lot of places with that. Your wife is allowed to look like, in your terms, a whore as long as it's to turn you on in private. Let that sink in. What you're gonna do? So you like whores, do you? What he has done is now invited any woman or whore that he's paid for since his wife has passed on to come forward now, because that's what this feeds into. When you go this viral, somebody's gonna come forward.
I wear this for you. Yeah, see, so. Yeah, see, so.
We're gonna leave that right there. We're gonna leave that right there. Before we get into Christian Keys, shout out to my homegirl. She is really killing the game. Her name is Lex. She has a podcast. You guys should check it out. It's called Poor Minds. She got Charlemagne to confess some stuff that I didn't want to know about Charlemagne. So now y'all got to hear it about Charlemagne. Where is it?
Waxed. Ooh, where?
Where?
Brazilians. Ooh.
What?
Ooh. Not you be having them legs to the moon.
Do you?
No, I don't have to never.
Wait, no, I looked it up. Hold on. It said that Pastor Wooten's wife died in 2018. Hold up. Let me see. It says Nancy Ann Coleman Wooten, 65. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Wrong person. It's the wrong past. It's the wrong. I guess there's two Pastor Wootens. I'm sorry. My full apologies. My full apologies. I did not mean to kill this lady off. I wholeheartedly apologize, Miss Wooten. I am so sorry. I did not mean to kill you off. Let me show you guys Miss Wooten. She looks like a very respectable lady. Where did she go? Who would have thought there'd be two Pastor Wootens? Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. Sorry. This is Lady Shirley Wooten in a very respectable top. She got her good shake and go church wig on, and what looks to be, I don't know, maybe this was her outfit for Renaissance. I don't really know what's going on. But you know, there's Lady Wooten. She's alive and kicking. The other Wooten's wife passed away from cancer in 2018. So, you know, sorry, Miss Wooten, Lady Wooten, whatever. Sorry, my bad. Girls with the T says, now we see why she would not wear that.
That was not expected.
Why you do that to that lady's wife? That man's wife. Thank you so much for being a member for 16 months. Let me see where we see. Let me put my allegedly's up because I done already killed this lady off. Let's go back to Charlemagne. Sorry, the sound went out.
All from head to toe.
I'm mad at that. No, it's good because you know why? Because the older I get, the hair down there just was getting rougher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't look right, and it just didn't feel
Charlemagne gets Brazilian waxes, y'all.
right. And I'm like, yo, this gotta go.
I've talked about this on the show. I found a gray coochie hair.
Oh my
God.
Oh, I got those.
I found one time,
Charlemagne
and I
said
said,
he got
it's
gray
gray
coochie.
down there.
That coochie straight.
Oh, it's gonna stay wet.
Oh, it's wise. You got a wise poom poom.
It is wise.
That coochie done learned a lot.
It
That
been
poom poom
through a
got
lot.
some wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to check out my girls. I love Lex. Hopefully next time in Atlanta we can hang out. Maybe I'll see about doing not her podcast, but she has a channel. We'll see.
He's 34 years old.
I get waxed.
Ooh, where? Where?
Brazilians.
What?
Ooh. Not you be having them legs to the moon.
Do you?
No, I don't have to never.
He does have his legs to the moon, y'all, though. He already acknowledged him and Tank were doing an episode of The Breakfast Club, and Tank lifted his legs in the air and described how Moniece would be, you know, eating the groceries. Charlemagne says him and his wife love to do it too. So it's no surprise, but I could have really lived my whole life knowing that Charlemagne waxes his coarse booty hair. Absolutely. So when she said legs to the moon, she wasn't far off. He probably does be having his legs to the moon. He does be laying it low and spreading it wide. You can put in the chat if you get like sugared or if you get waxed. Call me naive, but I did not realize that coarse pubic hair was like a thing.
That you lay it low and spread it wide. You don't care who it is. What?
That's funny. At one point around Christmas, I started requesting cash apps. I started requesting $17 from just people in my phone, random people, content creators. And my cash app that I requested from Scotty by Nature just got canceled. If you ever get bored, just start requesting money from people and see who will send you some. Okay, so let's get into Christian. So about a month ago, he said, I was recently told that after season 5 of my show, All the Queen's Men will not be coming back to BET or TPS. Season 5 was filmed already. The good news is that there are already multiple wonderful studios and streaming companies interested in the prequels and the spinoff show. So the ATQM universe will continue. There will be a couple of definite cast changes, but the show will go on. ATQM will just end up somewhere amazing with quality leadership and accountability. So he was already throwing shade. Then this popped up.
Tyler Perry Studios, that removed my Creative by credit, and I had to call a union to have them force TPS to put it back on there. So I'm not sad that my show isn't there anymore. After season 5, it won't be there anymore. I won't have to deal with that shady, corny kind of leadership over there that would dare.
Shady, corny.
Why you got 16, 17 shows? I got 1. Let me have credit. My contract says I get credit. Why your corny trying to steal my credit? Because you can't write like me. Yeah, I wrote the book. And I wrote the show. I wrote the pilot. I created the show. I wrote the first season. It was originally, All the Queen's Men was originally 8 episodes, 8 half-an-hour episodes. And unbeknownst to me, Boss Man went in there and added 10 or 15.
You know he wanted to say something else.
15 minutes to each episode, writing-wise, and then wrote the 10th episode himself. And I wasn't worried right away, even though I should have been a part of that. I should have been allowed to do that because I was the.
Now, Beyonce does the same thing, y'all. Beyonce has the best producers, the best writers. They come, they present a song to her. She takes the song, adds a couple of screams, the, and, it, me, love, and then she can get credit for it. So Tyler and Beyonce got a lot more in common other than the wigs.
Writer's room for season 1. So I wrote the whole season, but as soon as he popped in, and now it's 10 1-hour episodes, and he started writing on it. So then season 2.
Just in case y'all forgot, Charlemagne had his legs to the moon.
She a grandmother rapping about her legs to the moon.
To season 3, he just showed up and said, hey, here's the next 20 episodes, and here's the next 16 after that. I didn't get a chance to contribute, so that's when it got real weird.
So this was the normal one, right? So I'm hearing some of the stuff. Neighborhood Talk got a little bit more messy because Christian talked about how under Tyler's tutelage, there were scenes where people were being taken advantage of by jumbo dildos, right? So shout out to this content creator, Zach Simmons, who got the whole thing. And when I tell you this is way more messy because he's going after one of Tyler's faves, and this is one of those things where I know this is messy, but we're gonna say it anyway. Listen to the whole thing because he goes in.
The union to have them force TPS to put it back on there. So I'm not sad that my show isn't there anymore. After season 5, it won't be there anymore. I won't have to deal with that shady, corny kind of leadership over there that would dare.
You know he was about to say that shady queen over there.
Why you got 16, 17 shows? I got 1. Let me have credit. My contract says I get credit. Why your corny ass trying to steal my credit? Because you can't write like me. Yeah, I wrote the book. And I wrote the show. I wrote the pilot. I created the show. I wrote the first season.
To clarify what I said, what Beyonce does is she has her writers and her producers, and she edits a song just enough so that she can be credited as a writer on that song. To be clear. I'm not doing her high note again. I like Beyonce, but it is what it is.
Season. It was originally, All the Queen's Men was originally 8 episodes, 8 half-an-hour episodes. And unbeknownst to me, Boss Man went in there and added 10 or 15 minutes to each episode, writing-wise, and then wrote the 10th episode himself. And I wasn't worried right away, even though I should have been a part of that. I should have been allowed to do that because I was the writer's room for season 1. So I wrote the whole season. But as soon as he popped in, and now it's 10 one-hour episodes, and he started writing on it. So then season 2, season 3, he just showed up and said, hey, here's the next 20 episodes, and here's the next 16 after that. I didn't get a chance to contribute. So that's when it got real weird. Yeah, he was like, oh, it's this is the hottest thing over here. Ain't nobody checking on that show. Ain't nobody worried about that show. Ain't nobody this, that, and the other. I got to put my name on something that ain't mine. And season 2 and season 3 is when All the Queen's Men got weird and dudes started getting raped.
I can't let you hear the word, but that's where he said R-worded with jumbo dildos.
On your show. That's why I'm glad my show ain't there no more. Put that on Oval or Bruh or Sisters or whatever. Put that bullshit on your show.
Now, he took a shot at Sisters. We're going to get to that in a second. Additionally, Derek Dixon had a similar, I'm sorry, not Derek Dixon, the young man who was a Army vet. What he said happened to him was he was treated like a prostitute, and Tyler Perry's best friend / president of the company, he felt like he was acting out fantasies. Like this boy was playing the role of a male prostitute. Meanwhile, he was treating this boy like a male prostitute. Interesting. And Kristen's about to go in.
I'm glad because I don't have to deal with that anymore. You know what I mean? Like you completely change the integrity of a creation. All the Queen's Men fans. I don't love the news that it's moving, but it's moving, and that's cool. Most of the cast, if they're available, will still.
Most of the cast, we're about to get to the shade.
You know, still have a space to come and do great work because they were amazing. They just showed up and kicked ass. There will be some people that won't be there, some noticeable faces. So, yeah, you're not gonna see Amp anymore after season 5.
Amp is Sky Black. Now, here's where it gets messy. You are targeting Tyler in this video. And you guys, I told you all when he initially did a video expressing that he had been taken advantage of by somebody in the industry, a billionaire. And I told you that somebody in the circle let me know that that video was taken down because they came to a amicable resolution. They make it when you got the coins. They make the resolutions when you got the coins. The last thing standing was this television show. And I also told you guys from an insider that they would not film together. So Tyler directs everything. Tyler might as well not have assistant directors because he's always on set. He has those people working insane hours. But after that video was let out by Christian Keys, after it went ultra viral, Tyler was no longer directing Christian. So now we have him coming after Sky Black, who seems to be one of Tyler's favorites. Now, I'm not saying nothing, but the man was in your wedding photos. I'm not saying nothing, but he looks like he would have stood up to object. Jesus. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? So everything about this wedding was a Tyler Perry wedding. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. Somebody said it looked like Tyler Perry produced their dance moves because they stood on these columns and did spiritual dances or, you know, whatever those dances are. People have flags and shit, whatever. This might have been a Tyler Perry wedding. I don't know. I'm not saying nothing. I haven't technically said nothing.
Like, girl, get it together. Connect the dots.
I didn't say nothing. But it is very interesting that when given an opportunity to go in on Tyler, Christian also goes in on Sky Black, who seems to be one of Tyler's favorites if Tyler is going to the wedding. But I want to show you guys. I found their actual listing of their house. I won't show you guys that because I don't dox people and this is their actual home, but I did find the listing to their house. Sky is married with a child to a really pretty actress from Sisters, but their house is like $2 million. It's over 10,000 square feet. And it's a very, very, very gorgeous home. Sorry, let me take this picture off. Sky is somewhere sitting there like.
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get thrown in the show? I didn't do that.
The house is very beautiful. What I do find interesting is the fact that I don't really feel like Tyler Perry's actors and actresses from like the regular shows make a lot of money. I know he does major contracts for Taraji and stuff like that, but the regular actresses and actresses, I don't think they're making a lot of money. I went so far as to look up like their ratings. Hold on, let me go back one. I looked up their ratings. I don't see that their ratings are just exceptional. Sky is on All the Queen's Men. I also don't think that they make a ton of money. When I looked at the top BET shows, I didn't even see Sisters on there or All the Queen's Men. So I'm not trying to pocket watch, but it is interesting that one of Tyler's faves has a $2 million house. I'm not saying nothing. It's just very interesting.
I'm not even gonna mention the name in the script. Probably won't even show, just to be disrespectful, probably ain't even gonna show the funeral. Because if you laugh in my face about how high you are on my show and you're disrespectful and unprofessional, you're gone. So yeah, travel safe.
Now, I don't know about that story, but again, he is throwing dirt on one of Tyler's faves. He just said that the man be doing drugs and cavalierly didn't care about telling his boss, who would be Christian Keys as the creator of the show, that he was high. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he's one of Tyler's faves. That's why we got this allegedly banner. But I just... I'm not saying nothing. Let me check on Wendy. I'm going to reach out to Alex tomorrow and see how Wendy's doing. Alex is Wendy's niece. The last time I talked to her, she said that her aunt was doing exceptionally well and was in high spirits. So hopefully, the same will be true when I reach out.
Won't be back at all, ever, on anything that I write. Sky, whatever.
That was a lot of vitriol, y'all. That was a lot of vitriol. I don't know if that man is gay. I just be talking, y'all. I do not know anything about Sky's personal life. I can tell you that I saw him at the gym. And it was one of those moments where you're on a machine next to somebody and you're thinking, what the did you say? Like, what came out of your mouth about this one? Because we've covered a lot of Tyler Perry stories. You know, sometimes I'll be saying shit that I probably, whatever. And you never actually know. Remind me on the next Members Only to tell you about the reality star that was around my sister. And my sister was like, can I tell her I know you? And I was like, absolutely not. Remind me. Remind me to do that. Do I think Sky is doing the bending or bending? Was that from a Tyler Perry? DB, is that from a Tyler Perry? I can imagine the woman who's saying it talking to her son. Is that a Tyler Perry production? Is that, hold on, is that a, I know that's from, let me see. Who's doing the bending? I remember seeing the clip. I don't watch the show though. Let's see. Oh, wait, is that Janet Jackson? Is that for Colored Girls? Did I get it wrong? Oh, it's okay. So it's for Colored Girls. Okay, but so that is a Tyler Perry production, or is that Oprah? Is for Colored Girls. Okay, so that is a Tyler Perry movie. But there was another one. It's like about a prominent black family, and the son is sleeping. The son is sleeping with the family attorney. What's the name of that show?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
Nobody bend to me.
Man, bend you over.
Ain't no.
The Family That Prays. Okay. So they had a scene like that. Let me see. The Family That Prays. Mom confronts son for sleeping with attorney. Is that the family that? No. This is like a new show. Beauty in Black. That's it. Beauty in Black. I don't watch these shows, y'all. Let me see. Shit. Where is it? Damn it. Let me see. Beauty in Black scene. Hold on. I want you guys to hear it at least. Beauty in Black. We'll try. Mom. Damn it. I'll bring out yeah, I can't find it. But the scene was pretty funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The scene was pretty funny. Damn it, I can't. She was saying something. I just think it's extra funny because whoever the actress is, it sounds like she's really struggling to breathe. But let's move on. I'll have it for you guys for next time. Let's move on to this. This was extra messy. It says, according to court documents obtained by TMZ, Hip Hop Blige and her attorney successfully argued for the case to be thrown out. The dismissal was issued without prejudice, meaning Hylton technically has the option to refile or pursue sanctions, though she has taken no further action so far. Blige previously called the lawsuit frivolous, and the court appeared to agree, criticizing Hylton for making inflammatory claims and then failing to follow through. The judge also warned Hylton's legal team to take the court's concerns seriously if they attempt to refile the case in the future. Hylton had accused Blige of interfering with her business and record label operations, including matters involving her client, Vado. Blige denied the claims and countered that Hylton's company was not legitimate. The two women were reportedly close friends for more than 30 years. Now, not just reportedly, they had been friends since what's the 411? Like literally, she is the reason that Mary J. Blige was so fashion forward at the beginning of her career, putting her with her vocals in jerseys and things like that, and Tim's and all that. That was all Misa. So they have had a friend. They have had a friendship since like 90. But if one thing people gonna fight over is some D, let me show you these photos. So it was very interesting that on days where Misa was showing up to court, most times she showed up like the first photo I'm going to show you. Misa was showing up to court like this. One day she had on something on her face, looked like she'd had some work done. Another day she was, on a walker. But not the day Vado was there. When Vado was there, she had on her best I'm Not Gonna Cry outfit. And we all noticed. Just to remind you, I pulled up the court documents again, and let me see. I thought that one part was extremely funny. She basically was saying that Mary was trying to undercut her, but when she started talking about, hotel rooms and stuff like that, here we go. With full knowledge of the talent contract, defendant Blige and agent's representative have repeatedly actively sought to interfere with plaintiff's talent contract and plaintiff's existing business relationship with plaintiff Winfrey by orchestrating under the pretext of intimate and inappropriate setting. Again, under the pretext of intimate and inappropriate setting with plaintiff Winfrey, where plaintiff was intentionally excluded, such as late night yacht hotel outings, hotel room visits, an after-hour dinner party at home and in a hotel suite, in which defendants and its agents, particularly defendant Blige, exerted undue influence in order to get plaintiff Winfrey to terminate the talent contract with plaintiff and jump ship for defendants. So your friend of 30 years, what I'm imagining based on this lawsuit is some Anna Nicole Smith shit. Anna Nicole Smith very famously popped out her titty while her husband, who had 2 feet in the grave, salivated and drooled on himself and changed the will. That's basically what Misa was saying. Late night yacht outings, hotel suites where she's not allowed to be. Yeah, y'all didn't know about Anna Nicole Smith? Before there was a city girl, there was Anna Nicole Smith. A stripper from Houston, Texas with a heart of gold and like triple, quadruple, double D titties. She absolutely did. Exposed herself until he changed the will, and he left her. It was like hundreds of millions, which in today's money would have been billions. And her surviving child is still fighting for that with her cross-eyed daddy, the former videographer who started sleeping with Anna Nicole. Why am I like this? T.S. Madison posted this, and now I can't unsee it. So because she said it, I don't mind saying it. T.S. Madison prior to transitioning, this was what she looked like. This is a current picture of Stefan Diggs, Cardi B's baby daddy. That's the same person, y'all. That is the same person. I don't even know what to say. She posted it, so she sees the resemblance to her old self, but this is pre-transition, of course, but that's crazy. I would have thought that this photo was a picture of Stefan doing like an old school filter or something like that. Now, her being the biological father, okay, at least she took that. Exactly.
That was not expected.
T.S. Diggs is crazy. T.S. Diggs is crazy. And we are gonna end on that. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I keep trying to make this Natalie Nunn video. Hopefully I can put that out tomorrow. But when I saw what Christian Keys was saying and how Christian Keys was going after Sky and going after Tyler, I knew we had to talk about it. Let me see. Hold on. We got some. Remember the transcript text messages. The boy toy was making more than the regulars. Tyler Perry told him don't discuss his pay because he was making more. You are just as messy as me. We see each other. And I didn't say it. Thank you for being a member for 17 months. Why are you this messy? Sarah, thank you for being a member for 19 months. I appreciate you. And Chea, hey Mims, miss you, boo, live from Philly. Oh, well, I miss you too. Thank you for being a member for 18 months. Y'all, we gotta go. We gotta go. Have a good night.